Question for you guys.
Okay.
So that's what a quarterback looks like? Is that what that is?
Is that what
we saw?
More than just a quarterback. That was.
What was it? How would you
That
describe
is
it?
the definition of why a guy is rated a 5-star versus a 4-star. We've seen 4-stars and we're like, yeah, those guys are really talented. This is the first time we've ever seen a 5-star with their own eyes wearing a Husker uniform. And that's different.
That's way different.
The physical abilities, very apparent. The other thing that's very apparent, and to me personally is even more encouraging, is the mental side of the quarterback position that he exuded on that day. There's that play going around, Emmett's 42-yarder. DR checked out of a play like 3 times, apparently.
Yes.
And it led to the longest rushing play of the game. And then also just handling the moment as if it was not his first game ever as a college quarterback.
Everything was looking at him. Like all the lights were shined on him before the game to during the game. Everybody was talking about it, and he lived up to every ounce of the hype.
Camera in his face.
Yeah, like up in his business while he's with his family.
His dad.
Up in his business when he's getting off the bus. Like everything from pregame to postgame. Then he shows up at the volleyball game after he's done. Like this guy is.
Yeah.
It's. I'm just waiting for someone to be like, ha, gotcha, bitch.
Like I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to say, you got pumped.
This is insane.
Seeing a 5-star quarterback is just like shocking almost. You can see him. He analyzes the defense, moves him over, analyzes it again, moves him back. Then he starts telling the offensive line, like, hey, he says something right. When was the last time? You've never seen Heinrich do that. You never saw Adrian do that.
Casey Thompson.
You never saw like
list.
Tommy Armstrong. I don't even think really had that control over the offense like that.
Right.
It is just so alarming. It is legit.
It is very surreal right now.
I got a text from a former Husker who played with Tommy Armstrong, our good friend, Dad Honey.
Former Husker offensive lineman Sam Hahn.
2nd and 30?
Yeah.
We get a tutty on that drive?
On the first drive, the first drive of the game.
What?
Yeah.
I said Tommy wasn't even doing that. He said never. The most talented quarterback we've ever had at Nebraska.
Pure talent.
That is a former Husker.
It was a, dare I say, a masterclass in quarterbacking.
Which is why he was recognized as the Big Ten Freshman of the Week.
I will make one last point. As you fellas are well aware, I have been pretty critical of Coach Satterfield while also acknowledging the shitty hand that they were dealt last year. I totally get it. When you have a caliber of quarterback like that, changes everything that you do as a coach.
Yeah.
And the decision-making, for instance, at the end of the first half, you had Matt Rhule in the press conference after the game say, I didn't go up to Dylan and say, oh, hurry up. You got to do this. It was, get it up, get it down, make a play, make something happen. Dylan Raiola freaking pinpoints it to Jamal Banks. It's a work of art.
The 2-minute drill was perfection. It was exactly how it should look. And this is something that has been missing for years.
Yes.
Is it looked how it should have looked against a team like UTEP.
Yes. You did it against the team that you had to do it against. If you're going to control a game, if you're going to dominate another team, I'm not even asking you to do that against a Big Ten team. But I am going to ask that you do that against UTEP if you're going to do it. And they did. Okay? I loved it. It made me feel good. It made me question everything about my reality in a good way. I was asking myself, is it okay to feel good?
Yeah. The way that Dylan and the wide receivers played against UTEP, does that change your outlook on the rest of the season? Does that move the needle on your win-loss? I can answer that question after Colorado. UTEP is UTEP. I want to see it done against a team where all the lights are on, prime time's in the building. How does Dylan look in that environment?